Hello, I'm in Quebec. No, not Canada, of course. Quebec in County Durham, like several places, shares a name with a place in North America. Yes, I did walk here to adding maybe an hour or two to my walk. But hey, it's an interesting walk, just out enjoying the sun and an adventure on a Saturday. A footpath that took me across a few fields. You can hear some live music playing. I didn't expect to end up in a field and there'd be a music there. Cool festival on in the middle of the countryside. But yeah, Quebec. Hello, if you can see me in the light. There we go, hello. So it's cooled down a bit from our heat wave, so it's still sunny and good for a walk. I've recently I build up a lot of GPX tracks, traces of places I go, along with photos of things to add to the map. And I've actually cleared that backlog. I've actually used it all to update OpenStreetMap, so that means I can just go for a nice walk in the sun or the dappled shade of this woodland. Go ahead to Langley Park because it seems like there's nice paths there, but also about 3 or 4 OSM notes to map, to fix things. So I'll check those out and see if I can answer them. And I'm walking from Lanchester. I could have got bus there, but I thought, or I could have walked a bit more directly. Thought I'd walk along this path and see where I go. I want to pass a village, specific village, which I may have shown in the intro, just for a little joke. If not, then ignore this comment. I'm now taking a detour on a path that just went to dead end. I wondered if it might lead to Brideway. That could let me take a different corner. I'll show you OSM and just somewhere there. I just got to the end of it. You'll map this path because I can't flip the camera. There's a gate. Private property, please keep out. So I think that's where I wanted to head. I couldn't head. There is a little path. There's actually 2. So, because I've got the camera on, I sometimes take photos. I'm going to take 4 steps this way, and I know that path continues, but that's Lanchester direction. Let's instead go along this little path, just a little bit along the woods, which is probably made by people that followed this, got to the gate, and then wanted to go. I'm actually now in Moulton Nature Reserve. And this part's covered with branches. Need to watch my footing. Yeah, Moulton Nature Reserve, nice little spot to walk in. This is a tricky path. Walking along the Way of Light, which is part of a fairly recent pilgrim route, the Northern Saints Trails, which have been mapped fairly well. But of course, I found got crouch. I found things to map, extra benches, steps that were slightly wrong. There's always things to map, so that means I'm gonna have more stuff back at the computer and build my backlog up. Yeah, this is a tricky path, so let's stop the camera for a bit, and then I'll see you when I'm probably next clip will be in Langley Park, hopefully. Yeah, so Quebec didn't have the prettiest sign introducing itself, but it was a bit of a detour. It was a bit of fun. The music was enjoyable. and mapped a few little house numbers, not the whole street through Quebec because didn't want to backtrace too much. A few house names and features like the bus stops, which is about 4 a day. So I've got 90 minutes till the next one. I'm just going to have to walk to Langley Park. That's fine. Yeah, I'll enjoy that musical festival behind me. Oh, there was a defibrillator. Went to take a photo and realised the box was actually empty. So while it's all good mapping these defibrillators, that one I'll have to make clear it's empty, and I might get in touch with someone, find out, see if it gets replaced. Let's move on to Langley Park. So I've made it to Langley Park. We can see I'm about to enter there. Yeah, leaving Quebec. You see on the map how much of a silly detour it was to get to Langley Park. I had some choices coming out of Quebec, which you see the picture. So could have gone off to a footpath to the right, continuing the pilgrimage, way of light trail. Decided not to, more detour. Could have gone straight ahead up to Esh, but if you've seen the photo, that was a really steep bank. Decided not to, although that would have been really good because I realised then that there was a note there that I had put myself to check a playground, which was in the Ordnance Survey open spaces dataset that we can use. But when I was working on that project, I looked at the aerial imagery. It looked like it could be abandoned. So I'll have to figure out if I'm in Esh some other time. I think buses go to Esh. But instead, I took a path. It was gradual downhill, which was quite nice. Along the main road, but with a footpath on one side, a sidewalk, as the Americans call, we'd say a pavement. And I'm just right now by the bus turning circle at the edge of Langley Park, because this is as far as the regular buses go, slightly regular. I can see the 25 I'm about to walk past. Don't really want that one. But in half an hour there should be one heading back towards Durham. So that gives me just enough time to fix a few things on OpenStreetMap. There are 3 notes here. One's there's a new bit of artwork, so that's interesting to map. Don't know what we'll find. The other is to clarify some road names. Might be confusing because I know classic Durham mining town, there's the main road and then there's the back street, but sometimes the name is the terrace between 2 roads, sometimes it's the road. We'll see, and we'll figure out how to map that. And then the last one's naming a field. That's a bit further out. I'll see if I make it in the 30 minutes. I've been interested. There's a lot of footpaths mapped there. It looks like it could be a nice place to walk around, but we'll see if we've got time. Yeah, so I'm going to switch now. I'm back, got up as far as the houses. I'll switch to keyboard mapper and get some house numbers mapped. I probably should have got that bus that was there ready for me. It's about 3/4 of a mile along the main stretch of Langley Park, and the notes are all at the end. I've only got like a quarter left to do, quarter of a mile left to do, but 15 minutes till the next bus. I really wanted to get that bus. Will I get it? I don't know. The house numbers, just tapping them in takes time, so I'm going to skip that because I mean the whole village needs to be done anyway, so I either need to come back or someone else needs to do that. Yeah, if I miss that bus I think it's another half hour. We'll see. Langley Park's not the worst place to be. Yeah, there's bits of that. It's nice, quiet, gentle, and a nice little church here. Anyway, I won't do the house numbers. I'll map things like the footpaths that cut through between roads, because they're handy. I decided to check out the OSM notes in the opposite order to what I said. So this one was up a bit more of a hill, and the bus is in 2 minutes at the bottom of the hill. So I'm not going to make that. I'll wait another half hour, which means I should get all of these. This supposedly is called Centenary Field. There was no sign at the gate, which I would expect, which was upsetting. And if I can't verify it, can I update the name on OpenStreetMap? I don't know who added that note. It's anonymous. Walked into the field and then spotted on the other side a rock with a sign on, which Centenary Field, in the old wreck Langley Park. So actually I can mark this field as Centenary Field, and I think the next one, which I'm about to walk through, is still a recreation area. So I'll draw a bigger recreation area around all the footpaths that a lot of them are mapped. I don't know if it's all of them. And that'll lead me to the next two notes. So one OSM note done. I can tick that when I get back to my computer. 2 more to go. So around here there's lots of roads and paths between houses. I reckon the footpath continued on that way, but it's been fenced off twice and overgrown. But the no cycle sign, maybe not, who knows. Yeah, I could spend ages here. Not always house numbers, because as I said, you had to, do they use the door on the footpath side or the road side? Does anybody think they need numbers? Occasional names, I could spend ages here. I'll add a few numbers, so if anyone's looking at the map in this part of Langley Park, they can know how to have house numbers and see. I'll make sure that path's marked as no cycling, because there's 2 signs there. Not sure you'd cycle down it unless you live there. But yeah, you can see a very battered sign that clearly says Laurel Terrace, and Matt was right. I don't want to go, let's walk this way now. Matt was right that that's Laurel Terrace, not Lime Terrace. I don't know, whoever mapped it put the wrong name. Did they just mistranscribe it and get confused? I've not found a Lime Terrace yet. There's Pine Street, Palm Street. Is there a Lime Street? But yeah, I'll map that for Matt. Not going to do the bungalows behind. It'll just take me ages to do every house number map. Learn how to edit OpenStreetMap, add it yourself. I'll walk this way, I'll collect a few house numbers. Matt or someone else can fill in the gaps. I should have said that was second note done, 3, so 1 left to go. Bus is in 5 minutes. Bus stop just there behind me, because I'm back on the front street. Got to find that artwork, new artwork. Wondered if it would be easy or not. And it's right here, obvious, on the road. Well, this is artwork and it's not on the map. Yeah, I'll take some better pictures. Picture here. And I'll map that as tourism artwork type of sculpture. 15 minutes. I think all the shops are done. Langley Park's really well mapped actually. Just need house numbers, and when you're doing that, add a few footpaths that are cut throughs. So I can probably walk around Brownie Court. Oh look, there's my bus. That's gonna go to the end of Langley Park and turn around. Good timing, yeah. Let's do some house numbers, and that should make sure I'm back at that bus stop in time. Brilliant.
Next stop, Front Street, the Traveller's Rest.